Oh boy! A duty hat!
Hello, and welcome to Cryptic Web Chronicles. Today, we'll be covering a fascinatingly stupid false flag incident involving the O&A forums and Lolcow, Patrick S. Tomlinson. Stay tuned, because we'll be learning all about the lengths an unidentified mysterious figure online went to when attempting to frame the O&A forums for hiring a hitman to kill Patrick. Yes, you heard that right. O&A Forums admin recently revealed how a currently unknown individual apparently attempted to hire a hitman to kill Patrick, and they tried to frame the entire thing on Opie and Anthony forums. However, their plan was not exactly a smart or well-crafted one, and there's already theories about who was behind it all. More on that later. This was all revealed whenever the O&A Forums admin, Black Trans Lives Matter, pinned a thread to the top of the forum titled "Individuals with a 1.7 GPA and/or a sub-Saharan IQ are trying to frame the users of this forum for attempting to frame Fatso for hiring a hitman." This has many levels of retardation, however it is pretty significant. I didn't discover this until more than a week after it was posted because I don't often visit the O&A Pest headquarters. Somebody created an account named Lord Fatrick on June 4th. He waited and waited to get posting privileges because clearly he was extremely eager to post something very important on the main forum. He went through various stages of frustration as weeks and months went by, and he was still confined to the kiddie pool. I can't believe I have to wait to get posting privileges manually. You would think there would be an automatic system that gives posting privileges as soon as you pass some email or even CAPTCHA verification. But no. It seems I am still playing the waiting game. In the meantime, tell me, fellow pests, how long have you been waiting just like me? Written by Lord Fatrick on June 10th, 2024. O&A's admin would continue writing, "The funny part is, if he had just DM'd or emailed me, I would have likely approved his account without a second thought. Anyways, after about 2 months and not receiving posting privileges, on July 27th, he made the following post in the kiddie pool. Note: I instantly deleted this without hesitation, so this is a screenshot from one of the DB backups. The Lord Fatrick post in question, saved in the form of a database screenshot, reads as follows. I was reading Doxbin a few minutes ago, and it seems someone is trying to frame Patrick with hiring a hitman. I guess our personal fatty Lolcow didn't stop at trying to swat himself after Torswats got arrested." Lord Fatrick would also include a link to a post on Doxbin, a controversial website where anyone can anonymously share people's doxes. And this is where things get really stupid. The linked Doxbin post reads as follows. Disclaimer for anyone on doxbin.org or whatever website you're reading this from. Please access the email account information down below. You will see a pinned email asking 2 questions. Do you still require our services? And would you like me to place you in contact with a field operative for a free consultation? Reply yes, and send a follow-up email threatening to burn down the house if a field operative does not arrive shortly. If done successfully, Patrick S. Tomlinson, aka at Stealthy Geek, will be framed with this incident, and upon his arrest, both O and Forums.net and KiwiFarms.st will be victorious at the end. Rent a Hitman website, form.jotform.com/blank. Email account information. Username, Sean Tomlinson at Outlook.com. Password blank. Rent a hitman information. Choose the nature of your message. Service request. Your name, Sean Tomlinson. Date of birth, July 15th, 2012. Your address, blank your deadline. Immediately. Today's date. Service requests and free consultations. Be sure to include any pertinent information. The who, what, when, why, where, social media, etc. about your specific issue so that our expert problem resolution specialist can match you up with a field operative in your area. Hello, I am Sean Tomlinson, and I am 13 years old. Ever since I was born, my father, Patrick Sean Tomlinson, has been sexually abusing me. He has molested me on countless occasions, and has even threatened to rape me too. Back in May, I tried to report this to teachers at my school months ago. They all laughed at my face and told me I was a liar. The school resource officer even went a step further and threatened to arrest me for a false report if I brought this up again. My dad found out when my school principal told him about it. He beat me with his fists and strangled me with his bare hands. When my mom tried to stop it, he choked her out too. He told me he would kill me and my mom if I said anything in the future. I need a hitman to kill my dad before he kills me, my mom, and anyone that stands in his way. While I could kill him myself, I fear that the law enforcement in this area, along with the court systems, will simply execute me for murder if I try to do so. However, I have a plan that could work for both of us. My dad constantly gets drunk during the summer, and because we don't have money for air conditioning, he always props up the windows in the living and dining rooms. If you can sneak through these windows, you can gain access to the entire house. That being said, I'm very aware that I have no money with me as I am only 13. However, there is a safe that contains cash and guns upstairs in my dad's room. I want you to hide in the house until I can call my dad to go deer hunting with him. When he opens the safe, I need you to rush him upstairs so you can gain the upper hand before he has a chance to load his firearms. If you manage to kill him, all the money in the safe will be yours. Don't worry about my mom. She's on a business trip overseas right now. Make sure you get this done ASAP. If you contact me later, and if I don't respond, assume I am already dead by then. O&A Forums admin would write, so this individual was just randomly browsing Doxbin, a site that posts about Patrick approximately once every 2 years, and just so happened to stumble on this post which was created the very same day. I did not see this until a week and a half later, and by then the post was already removed from Doxbin. The teal doctor is that this random Doxbin user tried to hire a hitman from the deep web to kill Patrick, except he wants to make it look like Patrick ordered the hitman himself and blame the trolls. This individual created an Outlook, email and messaged this totally real hitman, pretending to be Patrick's 13-year-old son and stating that he wanted to order a hit on Patrick. The email states that the family is extremely poor and can't afford air conditioning. Then in the next sentence states that there is a shitload of money in a safe upstairs that will be his payment. The deep web hitman replied to this email from an Outlook address asking for confirmation that he wants to take out a hit on Patrick. This random Doxbin user, instead of going through with it himself, posts the credentials to this Outlook email, and it's up to one of us Nazi on Afram's Kiwi Farms users to log in and reply yes to the hitman's email. Once this is done, Patrick will be framed with this incident, and upon his arrest, both onaforums.net and kiwifarms.net will be victorious in the end. This is possibly the most retarded thing I've seen all year, and I have little doubt that this is a Fatrick Bollywood Shrek work. As for the motivation, it appears that a certain fat man might be worried about imminently getting scooped up for swatting himself dozens times for the purpose of getting in the news and suing the MPD for money, and is hoping somebody here will take the bait so that he can say he was framed. I am pinning this message until after Fatso's toy convention is over, because there has been some unusual activity lately in the pest headquarters. Heads on a swivel, and please report retarded shit like this. It appears there are some false flags honeypots in the works. I will be checking the kiddie pool more often from now on. Bonus. She did the same thing on Kiwi Farms in an even more transparently obvious attempt to cast doubt on Fatso's false flaggery. Wait for the knock. Enjoy prison. On Kiwi Farms, someone would ask Lord Fatrick, "How do you know that this isn't Rick trying to hire a hitman for himself while making it look like somebody else did it in his name as to ensure plausible deniability?" Lord Fatrick would stupidly respond, "Well, because that doesn't make any sense. Rick paying Torswats to swat him makes sense because he can then sue the police departments involved for an easy cash grab lawsuit. But this? Unless Patrick has a life insurance policy, there is no financial gain for ordering a hit on himself. And even if there was, why would he spend time looking for Torswats first, before using this website to assassinate himself. You would think it would be the opposite way around if he was that desperate to commit life insurance fraud. Things would only get more interesting when Null, admin of Kiwi Farms, also joined the conversation. Null has detailed IP logs of Lord Fatrick. All pings came from Lawrenceville, Georgia, and this individual did not use a VPN. Another Kiwi logged into the Outlook email using the credentials provided on Doxbin and confirmed that Lord Fatrick also made the murder-for-hire post. Shockingly, this IP address was located in Lawrenceville. Why is this relevant info, you ask? Because convicted pedophile Edward Kramer, who has a connection to Patrick Tomlinson, was previously arrested in Lawrenceville for attempting to molest a young boy in a doctor's office. Ed Kramer is connected to Patrick S. Tomlinson through the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Association of America. As I have covered previously, this shady organization previously sheltered and provided legal defense for Ed Kramer, who is a repeat offender and convicted child molester. Kramer is just one of the many sex offenders that SFWA has harbored and provided cover for. Following this bizarre incident, people online immediately began to speculate that Ed Kramer, or one of his accomplices, was behind this false flag incident. I should also remind you that Ed Kramer was investigated and arrested for possessing child pornography after his computer was searched on suspicions he had been trying to hack computers at a local courthouse. So this Ed Kramer clearly has some technical abilities, although clearly not enough to keep from getting caught. I personally think it's entirely possible Ed Kramer and other SFWA creeps are working with Tomlinson to try and attack the O&A forums and pin false crimes on them. Edward Kramer is a convicted child molester after all, and the SFWA was a vocal supporter of him, even after he was found guilty of being a pedophile. So I wouldn't put it past him and other freaks in this group to desperately try anything they could to damage O&A forum's reputation. That's all just my opinion, though. That's all for tonight, though. So thanks for watching. This has been Cryptic Web Chronicles.